Do it! Just do it!
Okay, hi everybody, welcome to Discard Gaming. We're going to be attempting Ultron Recommended Modular on Expert 2 Standard 2 with Star-Lord. We managed to beat Ultron fairly easily in Tabletop Simulator with Captain America, but we were Justice, and that went down pretty good for us. I'm still going to rock leadership because I think that is his strongest, one of his strongest aspects. I did kind of rearrange my leadership deck a little more catered to dealing with drones. So we'll see if I can pull that off. So we're going to shuffle up. I've got everything sort of set up here. We got a face-down drone in front of us. And how is everybody tonight? It's gonna be hard with Expert 2 because we have no like counters for the counter deck, so I don't expect too much. Nowhere. Double, innovation. Okay, so we're going to keep those cards. We're going to chuck, I think, all four here. So we mulligan 4. Gamora, gun, and a regroup. Well, at least we got Gamora. Okay. We gotta search our deck for the gun. Hopefully that's not our second gun, because then we lose a card. Yep, got it. Okay. All right. So, trying to think here. Guess I'll Smooth Talker, the elemental gun. I get Guardians, leader of the Guardians, which is pretty good. Let's go double to play our Nowhere. And could start doing some damage to him. I think I want to rush Ultron down. So let's flip over. Let's go 3 for Gamora, which Gamora comes out.
I want to run in there right
Nowhere.
now.
We draw a
Serious
card.
damage, Peter.
We're gonna, what could go wrong? Get our gun out. She's gonna go 2 to kill this drone. And we're gonna use her ability. So, hero response, we discard for an event. Slide shot. We'll fire off our gun. Do 3. Do another 2. All right. Question is, do I want to hold on to this elemental gun? I don't think so. I think we'll chuck it. Groot, Endurance, Black Panther, and a band together. Okay. Well, the question is, can I survive this attack? Get a face down drone, take it unoffended. We'll spend, I guess, a power. Turrets. Hits me for 3. And 1 from the drone. 2 encounter cards. Okay. Stronger drones. Total annihilation. So surge and overkill. So he gets another drone. 4 attack. Gets a 2 boosts. I lose. So let's. Yeah. Okay. Let's just another attack. Okay. That's a scoop right there. I mean, I knew I was in trouble. I didn't want to block with Gamora. So that was a quick game. I figured my thinking process was I wasn't thinking. I was more thinking as I need to be able to keep her on board so I can have a good second turn. And I was just hoping I would go down to like maybe 1 HP or something, and then I could just heal. But that was not the case. Yeah, that standard 2 assault card is so bad, man, especially in hero form. And oops. Face down kind of card. All right, draw my hand size. Get ready. Team training. Symbiote suit or reinforced suit. Dare escape. All right, we are just gonna chuck. I might keep the booster boots actually, but Mulligan 5, Nick Fury. Band together is not gonna help. Squirrel Girl. And then we get our gun back. Okay. Smooth Talker. Okay, well, I think we're just going to do our gun. What could go wrong? Do our boots. Play 2 for Squirrel Girl. She does it damage. Kill the drone. Fire off my elemental gun. And do. Okay. Put it together. Okay. Goes up by 2. We get a drone. I defend. She dies. Take a damage. 2 encounter cards. First one. Put a drone out. Oh my gosh. And that flips it. The joys of Star-Lord. And go through half the deck. Almost feel like just shuffling up. Oh, I had boots. I could have exhaust boots. Discard a card. Okay, so I'm at 10. Actually, let's take 3. So this is... yeah, at 5. Wait. 4, 5. Yeah. Okay. One, 2, 3, 4. Five, we kill. Use my gun to kill. Down to 1. Yeah, I don't know. This is not going good so far for me. Honestly, because he'll be attacking for 4. I'm at 7. Gonna have to defend with over prime. Discard booster boots. Only 1 damage. Dark dealings. 3, 4, 5. Oh my gosh, this is just one disaster after another disaster. So let's go 3 for Groot. Do what could go wrong? Actually, get a counter card. He can throw that off. How am I gonna survive like the next attack? Like, this is totally not... No. I'm not getting the cards I need. Yeah, that's another loss. Maybe Justice Star-Lord is... maybe I just have to go to Justice Star-Lord, because Okay, let's try again because I'm not going to be able to survive. There's too many drones out. I got to be able to control these drones. And I mean, I think this would even be like heroes would retaliate. Definitely have a good, like, I mean, Captain America is perfect for this scenario. So far not good. I definitely don't think Star-Lord is a good hero against Ultron. Like he's just not built to deal with the drones very well. Like there's so many other good heroes that Rocket, Captain America, Thor, Ant-Man, She-Hulk. Like there's so many heroes that are really good like in this matchup. But definitely I don't think Star-Lord is that great. Okay, we got Hawkeye, which makes me a little happier. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep Hawkeye. I might keep onto team building. Mulligan 4. All right. Let's do smooth. Oh, let's get our gun. Smooth talker to make the call. We get innovation. That's interesting. Okay. We're going to flip over. So here's the thing. We want to keep Hawkeye alive. Let's go. What could go wrong? Get extra counter card. So Hawkeye comes in.
Just can't seem to miss.
I mean, he's the key to my success in this mission. Let's go 1, kill the drone. We take a damage. I will then do a regroup. Heal Hawkeye. Then we'll play my gun. Let's attack for 2. Okay. He will attack. Hawkeye pings the thing off. We take it 3 damage. First encounter card is Dark Dealings. Okay. Schemes this off. Goes to the next phase. Hawkeye does an arrow, pings that off. Next encounter card gets +1 scheme thing. Gotta pay 2 genius and exhaust my hero. Alright, what's in my discard pile? Because I have a bunch of make the calls. Just Black Panther. So I'm going to pay 2, exhaust, get rid of that. We're going to flip to alter. Let's play Squirrel Girl. Do a damage. Do 2 more damage. All right, and we're ready up. Our response, Adam Warlock, Nova Prime. Then escape. And get ready. Okay. Goes up by 2, and we'll just fire off an arrow. My helmet. He schemes for 3. Counter card is Surge. Face down a counter card and a boost card. So, Cruel Tensions. Stronger drones. Each player puts a drone in. Hawkeye kills it. Okay. Well, Smooth Talker for Daring Escape for a Daring Escape. Yeah, that pretty much sums up my feelings right now. Okay. So we get an extra boost. That's fine. Guess we're going to play out on Warlock and heal myself. Let's do is Adam Warlock to play, or we're gonna play Guardians of the Leader of the Guardians, definitely. But do we? Yeah, I think we do this. Like, I think we want to heal. All right, we use 3 cards here. Or actually, we could keep that one. 3 resources to play. Leader of the Guardians. And we're going to flip over. I'm then going to go, what could go wrong? Get an extra encounter card. Or do we want to try to take care... We can take care of the drone thing, which I think might be better. So let's rewind time. Okay, I could do this. I could heal. But before I flip, I could heal. Go back to 10. So I'm exhausted. Then I can do wild physical power to get rid of this. And then we can go use our gun. 3 damage. Hawkeye thwarts for 2. And we'll keep rapid response just ready up. We have 2 blockers, full health. Yeah. We'll get Squirrel Girl back. Okay. No, my dear escapes. Oh, terrible. Okay, well, we're going to be... It's fine. All right. Goes to 5. Do we want a drone? Sure. And he attacks another drone. Block with Squirrel Girl. So basically, I can't even do regroup. That kills my 2 allies. Because what I was gonna do, guys, if we didn't get this card, which of course we're gonna get it, I would have got Squirrel Girl back. I then play her, kill the drones, rapid response Hawkeye, get the counters back. But so if we didn't get this card, it would have got rid of Elemental Gunner. What is okay? I mean, seriously, this one card screwed us. I mean, Concussive Blow. I know. There's like 3 chances for me to get that sort of damage, but man, I thought we had this. I mean, we sort of had our combo here. We had a Hawkeye and Squirrel Girl to keep kind of recurring, and then, I mean, I'm slowly getting built up. See, the way, like, I feel like Justice is the way, because this is what I'm thinking. Even though Justice is not Star-Lord's strong aspect, in my opinion, the fact that we can play global logistics and make sure we don't get a card like this to come out, which so I think I'm going to take a break, calibrate a Justice Star-Lord deck, and I mean, the Justice Ally Star-Lord would be good. We just gotta run a lot of like allies that could do ping damage, like Wiccan, Daredevil. You know, those are good allies. But if I'm doing shield, yeah, I think I got an idea. All right, so I will take about 5 minutes here. I'm going to come back with a Justice Star-Lord deck, and I'll be back.
caddy. Brand new caddy. Brand new caddy. Brand new caddy. Brand new caddy. new caddy. Brand new caddy. Brand new caddy. Brand new caddy.
All right, we are back. Okay, so let me show you guys what I have put together for Justice Star-Lord deck. Now, I am sort of past the 40, but I want to make sure I can deal with everything. So obviously we got the three doubles. I'm putting 3 beat-em-ups. Not the most craziest card, but in this scenario, to deal 1 damage to the villain each minute engaged with you, it can help me get out of, especially if I get overwhelmed by tons of drones. A surveillance team. I have 3. I have a helicarrier. I have 3 of these global logistics. Nowhere. Nick Fury. Under surveillance. 2 meditations. 1 way and Agent 13. Counterintelligence. Monica. Agent. Quake. 2 more globals. A spycraft. Skilled. Mockingbird. Crew course. Sky Destroyer. War Machine, and Avengers matches. So yeah, a lot of cards. But I'm gonna go for the control, kind of like Captain America, but just a little bit worse because I don't have to retaliate. Let me just do something real quick. Oops. Is that all my? Let me check my allies for a sec. Nick, Mockingbird, Monica Chang, Agent Coulson, Quake. All right. Okay. So let's put that. Go logistics. Well, that one's a real long one. Let me just see here. All right, I think we're ready. Okay, we are ready to go, guys. We are ready to go. Oh my gosh, I hate when that happens. So, strategy-wise, we're going to try to control, build, and then just whittle him down, and then hopefully flip him and just go balls to the wall. That's the hope. But I do feel like we'll probably have maybe a better chance at it. in this Justice deck, because we can hopefully control what's coming out of the counter deck, which is we don't want any Expert 2 cards. What do you want, Joshi? Oh, it's dead. It's got charge. Go charge it. There. David, give it to David. Say charge. Okay. Drama hand size. Oh, drone. Leader of the Guardians, Gussimu, Global Logistics, Crew Quarters, Bad Boy. So I want to keep those cards. Probably keep that. Mulligan 3, Monica Chang, Mansion, and one way or another. We search for our gun. And get a gun. No, Joshi. No, it's got charge. Give it to mommy. Go give it to mom. Say charge. Gosh, okay. Alright, so what are we doing, guys? We're gonna, one way or another, let's do Smooth Talker for Elemental Gun. Sliding Shot. Okay. Let's flip over. Let's go one way or another. I think we're going to bring out the one that discards cards. Yep. Where we discard 3. So we discard 3, Elemental Gun, Meditation, and Skill Investigator. Sad face. We draw 3 though, Booster Boots, Surveillance Team, and a Meditation. Let's go 1, 2, 3 for a Mansion. Exhaust it. 2, draw a card. Quake. Let's do Monica Chang. What could go wrong? A counter card. We then get a Surveillance Team out. 4 counters. And then I think I'm just going to go Guardians of the Galaxy here. Pay 3 for Guardians of the Galaxy. Hold on to Bad Boy. Let's kill this. And oh, this should be ready. Throw for 3 on this. Get rid of it. All right. Okay, so draw, beat 'em up, Nick Fury, Global Logistics. Okay, Global Logistics is not bad. Go to drone, defend, boost card, Monica Chang gone. Drone hits me for 1, 2 encounter cards. Exhaust, take 2 damage. Surge. Ultron against Surge. Advanced drone. And stronger drones. Okay, well. Use mansion, draw a card. Dare escape. Alright, we're going to pay 3 different resources to get rid of this. Oh, that's going to flip regardless. I might need Nick Fury, actually. Okay, so we're... I actually need Nick Fury. So we're not going to pay 3. All right, we're going to Global Logistics. Exhaust Surveillance Team. Look at the top 4. Okay, so we're going to be playing Nick Fury. We're going to be blocking. So I don't mind getting Seek and Destroy number 1. But what encounter card? Probably this as a counter card is not bad. That hits Nick Fury. And then I guess we take another attack because we're going to bad boy out. And I will just get rid of Dark Dealings. Okay. So we go, what could go wrong? And just looking. Okay, spend a power. Play Nick Fury.
You need to keep
Draw 3
both
cards.
eyes open.
All right. So I don't have a genius. So I want to play that. So he's going to get this off. I could play my bad boy. All right, we're going to play our bad boy. And then I'm just going to hold on to beat him up, play a target, acquire. A whole beat him up. All right. Oh, I'll be taking 6. But I go down to 1, so like I can heal. Sliding shot. Helmet, okay. All right, he's attacking. Block with Nick. Nick. Dies. 2, 4, 6. Go down to 1. Counter card. Under attack. Put 5. And he will attack me. Another drone. I'm gonna bad boy out. No, no, no. Go. Go, mommy. Okay. Yes, I'm bad boying out. Undefended. Draw 2. All right. We're exhaust to heal. Go to 4. These should be readied. We have a genius, but it's our... Okay, we're gonna exhaust Smooth Talker Spycraft. Global Logistics. So we have to give up Helmet to get rid of the... Well, I guess we have to do that. So flip over. Spend these 3 to get rid of this. Oh, we have Avengers Mansion. Draw a card. Mockingbird. Let's do our global logistics to surveillance team. Look at the next 4. Okay, so the counter card we want to get is probably Banishment, and then the boost would be from the attack, this one, and then a droid efficiency and discard total annihilation. Okay, so that is what we want. All right. So we're gonna play Mockingbird. What could go wrong? Get a counter card.
I hope you can keep up.
She'll put 1 stun on Ultron. Then we'll play 2 resources to do a beat 'em up. Does 1 damage, kills all these. And Thor for 2. This is down to 3. Ready up. Okay. So it does pop. We get a drone. He attacks a drone. I'm at 4 health. Oh gosh. We're gonna defend. Takes out Mockingbird. The drones are hitting me for 3. Go down to 1. We will flip and flip over. We'll put 3 on the main and discard it. Each player puts a drone out. Okay. So we're gonna do Mansion, draw a card. All very good cards. We're gonna exhaust to heal. We gotta play an ally. So it's gotta be Agent 13. Let's do Smooth Talker. Darren Skeep. Okay. Let's flip over. Let's do beat 'em up. Gash counter card. Play Agent 13.
I'm Agent 13, Shield Special Service.
We're going to use an endurance. She's 3 thwart. So blow that up. We'll exhaust this. Do one off here. It's not going good. Side deck out, get one more encounter card. This is not good. But like if this was on standard 1 and expert 1, I would just be doing the confuse strategy. Confuse and stun, but okay. So 2 on here. Goes to 6. Drone. I'm gonna have to defend. She's gone. Okay, I take 2. What could go wrong? That's a blow. Okay, so he gets his attachments, which, ouch. Okay, well, I live another day. So let's go mansion, draw a card, jet boots. We're gonna exhaust surveillance team to do global logistics. This might get us back in the game. Chuck, cruel intentions. See you later. Do we want a counter card? I have to exhaust to get rid of the plus. I think concussive blow is good. And then I think another ultra drone is fine. Oh, he's gonna be. We pay a resource, or we allow him to put 2 more on. If I allow him to put 2 more on, so he thwarts for 3. I get rid of a bunch. I'm just I could put. Yeah, let's keep it like this, and I will do what could go wrong, play Sky Destroyer, and blow. Could blow the Ultron drone. Blow the Ultron drone up. Okay. Play Quake. Hold on to my under surveillance. Thwart for 3. This goes to 3 on here. So he began at 3, 4, 5. That goes to 5 with Ultron. Goes up. Oh, so I got a problem. Yeah, I think I actually have to keep the Ultron drone alive. And just take this drone out. And Thorford go to 1. Because it goes to 3. Put a drone out for that still might not be enough. Yeah, I might have to do it like that, Ultron drone. Because now it's 3. 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I gotta do it like that. And we're gonna flip to alter. Okay, I think we're good. Yeah, discarding cruel tensions is very good. I'm still very in a pickle here, but got gutsy moves, so it's gonna go to 3. We take a drone. He's gonna scheme. We're gonna hold on. I wanted that to be the order. So we pay a power. So nowhere. So he puts 6, 7, 8. I'll exhaust Quake. We kill this one. And we get concussive blow. So Quake is gone, we take a damage. Don't hold your breath. I don't think we're gonna win this. I'm not really built for it. Draw a card, mansion, dare escape. Let's smooth talker. Crew quarters. We have no chump blockers, so this is oh, wait a sec. We didn't draw the encounter card, so yeah, the drone's out. I don't know how we survive this. Even if I play under surveillance, that is not going to save me from his wrath. So my problem is I make a heal to 6, heal 1 more to 7. He's attacking. Yeah, I can't. We have to stay in altar, but it means it's going to flip, and I haven't even got him low enough. There's no way I'm going to survive flipping. That's way too much damage. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, so Socratic, you saw me play Captain America Justice, I think, on Tabletop Simulator. And I breezed through this. But I think it has to do with Captain America has a lot of things going for him against Ultron on... So your biggest thing on Expert 2 and Standard 2 is making sure you don't get the Expert 2 cards or minimizing some of the Standard 2 cards. Which, if you play Justice solo, you can global logistics and somewhat, make sure that you don't get really those bad cards. But you still are going to run into maybe a few of them. You can't 100% make sure you don't, but a good chance you can, not 80%, I think. So why Captain America was working and Star-Lord is not. So the other thing Captain America has is his shield, so better defense. Right there you have 3 defense, and you can ready yourself. So not only can you protect yourself, but you can ready yourself. Second, he has Retaliate, which gets rid of all the drones. Third, he has healing with his apartment and a card draw. He has 2 resource generators, the serum that could be used in Alter and Hero. He can play Queen Carrier. He has no trouble dropping Mansion and Hellcarrier because, like I said, his economy is already super good. So once you get his economy built up, then you're just set, and then you global. I mean, yeah. Star-Lord does not have resource generators. He has his What Could Go Wrong, but again, you got to remember that's an encounter card that's coming to you, and like if encounter cards weren't scary enough, everybody be running symbiote suit, right? Because that gives you tons of health. Now there's some heroes you definitely want to run symbiote suit. But in the grand scheme of things, an extra encounter card can be very bad. So, like on normal, like Expert 1, Standard 1, I usually can get I don't need to play What Could Go Wrong all the time with Star-Lord. Like, I kind of do it less often. But like on Expert 2, it's you're behind. Like I'm always with Star-Lord, I'm fighting to try to regain control, right? And it's just not happening. Like even when I'm like playing that beat 'em up card, it costs 2. I'm wasting 2 resources to play that. That's half my hand. Where Captain America gets Retaliate, doesn't have to pay 2, and just deletes the drones. So, yeah, Star-Lord can win. It's just, you got to get extremely lucky with the counter set. And you got to be able to, I thought maybe Sky Destroyer could help me deal with drones. But, like, realistically, you really want, like, if you don't have you really want to stun him. Like, that's not, like, but you can't do it on Expert 2 environment or Standard 2 environment. It's too costly to do the stun strategy. Like, there's a few strategies to beat Ultron fairly effectively. Is the stun lock, confuse lock, because that's gonna stop the drones from coming. When he attacks, right? But you can't do that on Expert 2. So I think realistically, if you want to beat this challenge, you sort of have to bring a hero with Retaliate. Whether it's Black Panther, Hulk, somebody that has sort of in their toolkit Retaliate. Because the drones are going to, so heroes that don't have Retaliate, like I said, a good strategy is to then go for the stun confuse lock strategy. but yeah, I would say, like, here's what I say is, I feel like trying to do this with Star-Lord with the Formidable Foe, because here's the thing, if I was doing this on Standard 1, Expert 1, I would either go the stun route or the confuse route. Like I would at least go one of those, so I wouldn't get so many drones. And leadership can work. I mean, you run Hawkeye, you run Squirrel Girl, but get Mockingbird so you could make the call, bring Mockingbird in and out to keep stunning him. I think that's also, that would help, right? These little things do help. But, you know, if you go Justice, run Sonic Rifles, you can then confuse them and flip. If you're doing aggression, you got drop kicks. But I think actually, I think I'm gonna give up on Expert 2, Standard 2 with Star-Lord. I don't. It's just I don't see it happening. Like maybe we get like I think the first game I played, I flipped him, and then if I would have survived the following turn, we got him down to 3 health. So that first game, and I didn't have Squirrel Girl. It was just basically my normal Star-Lord, I'm in love with Gamora leadership deck. Well, he has a much better chance without the environment. I mean, especially if you take out the Standard 2, Expert 2 cards. Advances are less scary, all right? And there's not a whole ton of surge. Like he's a total different creature. And I know I made it look extremely easy on Tabletop Simulator with Captain America, but like you got to understand, Captain America is probably one of the best for this type of scenario. So he's obviously, if it was hard with him, I can't imagine with another hero, because he has all the strengths. Like he has the economy, he has the ready ability, he has retaliate, he can thwart, he has everything. But here's my thing is yeah, I think I'm stubborn to a point. Like I want to challenge myself, but I can see like this is getting to the point where it's like it's kind of like going to the casino and your odds are not very good. It's not fair, right? And I literally feel like I'm walking into the casino with Star-Lord trying to beat the casino. Whereas I think this game should be, it's supposed to be more equal. Now, I've made it this difficult. I'm not, obviously I'm playing Expert 2, Standard 2 with the environment. So obviously I'm making it into a casino type environment here. And I think solo play is also not super balanced for solo. Like I said, the only reason why I beat on Tabletop Simulator with Captain is because the guy is like meant for this scenario. He's like, his toolkit, everything about him is like A+ against this type of scenario. So that's the only reason why. And I went Justice, and I literally was making sure I didn't get an Expert 2 card or even a standard 2 card. So I kind of gamed the deck. Plus, I used the best hero for this scenario. So that's probably the only reason why I breezed through it on Tabletop Simulator. But Other heroes like Star-Lord, on this type of, it's literally going to the casino, and I have a very low chance of winning. But I would say playing 2-player, I think it starts to get less like a casino, okay? Because here's my reasoning behind why I think as you add more players playing on Expert 2. So the only card that can seriously wreck a multiplayer group is Cruel Intentions. Cruel Intentions will, yeah, that's the one card. I would say Cruel Intentions and the other Expert 2 card, the Ruin card that like searches the counter deck for a side scheme and then puts 2 on everything and Insight. Okay, those 2 cards, but I would say mainly the Cruel Intentions is the number one. I think that will end a lot of multiplayer games. Now, this is what I would say though. If you're playing 3-player, yeah, Cruel Intentions is going to come out. But if you play Protection and someone brings Silk, which can literally discard Cruel Intentions, and there you go. Or, see, that's the thing. What makes Expert 2 also hard in multiplayer is those cards that I mentioned have Peril, where if you're the counter player, so say you're the Justice player with Spycraft, or if you're the Protection player with Black Widow Ally, you have to make sure you have to get the Cruel Intentions. You can't cancel it or cycle it for anybody on your table. So the only real counter, I would say 100%, a strong counter, is you have to run Silk. If you're in a 3-player or whatever, I definitely think there should be a Protection player and that you play Silk. But then that means sort of you have to kind of be a web warrior hero, which is not bad. I mean, there's a whole subgroup of web warrior heroes. So I think being the Protection player that goes the web warrior hero, I think that's fine. The other route is you go an Avenger or Guardian, but play the Black Widow Ally. Not as effective, but you'll be able to cancel standard 2 cards, which, again, that's going to help your teammates a lot. But, yeah. But here's my thing. I've gotten to the point of playing Marvel Champions, and I think there's a couple ways to increase difficulty, right? You could play on Standard 1, Expert 1, put in hard modular sets that really bring out the villain's toolkit, like synergize with the villain. That's one way to kind of make the game a little more harder than what it could be, and still giving you a pretty fair shot at it, right? What I find, though, when you go into multiplayer, 2-handed or 3-player, the villains become pretty easy, or the drop in difficulty goes down tremendously in multiplayer. Although I know there'll be a couple people that disagree with me, like, oh, Descry, you get more encounter cards in multiplayer. A lot of things don't scale in multiplayer, okay? Especially on Expert 1. If you get Under Fire, only one player is getting an extra encounter card, okay? So if you're playing solo, again, so there's, okay, that's only one example, but, you know, in the grand scheme, a lot of scenarios in that don't scale that great. In multiplayer, it's a lot easier. But I like multiplayer. It's, like, to me, it's more dynamic, but then it's like the difficulty is like kind of easy. So I think going to either Standard 2, like, okay, for the diehard people that are like super, like, let's go balls to the wall, multiplayer, Expert 2 is that's at the the pinnacle prime of the tip of the iceberg. Like if you could beat a scenario on Expert 2 with like hard villains like Ultron and that, you are like the tier, like you're the god and goddesses of this game basically. Like, because that's not an easy feat. Because I think you gotta really work as a team. You like I said, one player has to be protection. They have to run either Black Widow ally or Silk. Like you need, or even if you want to go the full hardcore denial of bad treacheries, you can even throw in Spider-Man Noir. Okay. Now maybe some people won't like that because it's like it forces them. I mean, you don't have to go hardcore into countering the counter deck. I mean, just bringing Silk, and then obviously you need another Web Warrior card to kind of like make that Silk works. So you might have to include one or two more Web Warrior cards that you can kind of play, just so Silk will work. I mean, if you play the Web Warrior Life upgrade, you have to pay 3 for it, but at least it's a card that stays on your mat, and you have the Web Warrior card. I don't know. It's better to go the Web Warrior hero. Like, for instance, like there's not too many content creators that do multiplayer games. The only people is like Team Covenant, which they don't really stream that much, Marvel Champions, and then you've got Steve, Brian, and Brant from the Portal, but they do not play Standard 2, Expert 2. I think they said they tried it one time and it was against Thanos, or was it? Yeah, Thanos, and then it said it took them 5 times and they never wanted to play it ever again. Which is kind of a letdown because I feel like they're good players. Like they obviously know the game very well and they know how to deck build. It's too bad they don't want to at least play on Standard 2 at least. But my thing is most of my content is like solo play, so I wanna go into like, you know, Standard 2, Expert 2, but I feel like it's not quite like I feel like it's not balanced totally for solo, and then if it is, it's like you have to play a certain hero that can game that scenario, like Captain America against Ultron. But I feel like if you jump to 2 to 3 players, it's that balance sort of goes down a bit more, where it's more equally, but still on the harder end. Yeah, they probably don't like me saying what I'm saying because I think to them it's like, why is this guy like I mean I'm saying as a person that watches them and watches their stream, this is like just my point of view and my opinion. I'm not trying to put this opinion down on everybody, and I'm just letting them know like I play this game a lot, so like I don't watch any content of people playing, you know, even I barely watch people play the lower difficulties. No, I'm busy. Sure. But here's the thing: if they jump the difficulty a bit, like they don't have to jack it up to Expert 2. Just start on Standard 2. And here's another thing: if they don't want to play with the environment, because this thing really scales the difficulty up a lot. Again, you could choose to play with it or not play with it. Like I think for solo play, I think if you want to jump into Standard 2 or Expert 2, playing without this in solo play might... Like, okay, I think I'm comfortable playing this without environment and on standard 2 with Expert 1 in solo play. I feel like it makes the game a little bit more harder because advances hit you harder. He can get surges on attacking and overkill. You can't chump block with your allies as much, or you have to be careful. So that's what I like about Standard 2. I just didn't like the environment for solo play because some heroes really need that stun and confuse, right? But if you play, say, Expert with 3 players, you have 2 other people that could also maybe stun and confuse, right? So I think that kind of balances out a little bit, like the environment. But this environment does not scale with solo play, if you guys know what I'm talking about. Like, right? If this scaled in multiplayer, it would take, say you play 3 players, it would take 6 statuses to confuse someone, right? If this is scaling, it would take 6 statuses. But and then you could say, well, there's more activations, but it's still, what I'm saying makes sense. But so yeah, playing around with, because I've been experimenting. I know I did a guide about Standard 2, Expert 2, and I talked about, and I think my guide still makes sense. Like I said in the guide, I don't recommend solo play. But I said yes and no if you play easy villain, or maybe just going to like Standard 2. It's more realistic. And I even mentioned that I don't like to play with the environment, but I can see, like, if you want the ultimate challenge, play with the environment, but in multiplayer, because I don't think this scales very well in solo. Like it's just, or forces you to go to heroes that don't really use stun and confuse. But I think though, like, because right now, like, I guess there's that one shop co-op. I don't see his streams too much, but he also does multiplayer on Tabletop Simulator. But yeah, again, I think they just play on normal Expert, which here's what I'm saying, guys. And I've sort of said this way back. It's like, okay, with these type of games, the card pool expands. We get more heroes. As the card pool expands, our heroes should become more stronger because there's more deck building opportunities. There's different synergies. You look how Dive Bomb came in and it re-energized aggression decks, like, to make them killing machines. Okay, that's just an example, right? The older villains, okay, the core, some of the expansions, they're not getting stronger, right? So it only makes sense. It's like an evolution. It only makes sense to go into, like, Standard 2, multiplayer, Expert 2 on the older villains, because as our heroes are getting stronger, we're getting more cards to build, better synergies. The villains in the like, I started to get bored with the game. Like, I own every set. So my card pool is very strong. Like, I can make very strong Justice decks. I can make very strong aggression decks. So when I play the older villains on just Expert 1, I usually just, like, stomp them like nothing. Like, so many different strategies. I can confuse them, like stun lock. I can build. I can aggression. There's so many ways to get card draw now. Okay, there's so many different ways to get economy now in this game. So that's why I think. But going back to what I said, going back to the old stuff in solo, playing with this environment, you're going to be banging your head against the wall. Or if you play Expert 2 in solo, you're just going to get crushed. I think Expert 2 is for the hardcore people that have mastered the game and that play with 2 or 3 players in multiplayer. And they want to literally challenge themselves at the very highest level of deck building and see if they can, beat the game. Your chances are still extremely bad, but that's the fun part of it. It's like going into the master level where you're testing everything. And yeah, if I feel the only thing I would say, I don't mind playing normal expert on campaign runs, because the campaigns generally make the game harder because of the setups and campaigns and whatnot. But then it's a lot of not everyone's super into the campaigns. I think it's a hit or miss for some people. Some people just want to set up a scenario and kind of do it, right? Where a campaign, you're confined into the scenarios. You can't mix modulars. And some campaigns are not as balanced as other, like Rise of Red Skull. You get these upgrade attachments that kind of make your heroes, but it's fun. Okay, there's a little bit of fun there. And I think since there's 6, I think expert campaign is really hard. It's not an easy campaign. So the way that they're making the difficulty of the game, as they're releasing these expansions, when you follow the campaign expert, it's hard. It's not easy. It's I would say challenging. It's at that level of standard 2 challenge. But expert 2, I wouldn't recommend people playing expert 2 campaign. I'm not trying to say that. I'm saying more for a skirmish, and you kind of fine tune your modular and your villain. But I think there's 2 serious hardcore difficulties in the game: expert campaign, and then there's skirmish expert 2. And then the other, I'd say, increased difficulty would be going back to the core. If you're doing solo play, maybe standard 2, no environment. I think that brings it up just a little bit more into difficulty. Because it's at the end of the day, it's for me, you want to be challenged, but you don't want it where your odds of winning are 1%, 5%, 10%. You want to feel the things that you do with your cards can be a huge factor in you trying to beat the encounter deck. The problem with the core standard and expert 1, that was created at the very start of the life cycle. So there, it was very vanilla, right? So people are still playing with that same core set, but again, the scenarios and the villain's toolkit can make it way more difficult, and that's what the scenarios do in the expansions. And also, if you play campaign with the setup rules, it also emphasizes more difficulty. Yeah, I would say, Expert 2 Red Skull, it'd be interesting to test it. Like I said, I've never tested it. Rune Nation with his side scheme mechanic, I can't imagine. That sounds very scary. But yeah, I've been, these last couple weeks, I've been playing a lot of Standard 2, Expert 2. I do Tabletop Simulator with Adam. I know he's, there's a few videos of me, Adam, and we beat Expert 2. Granted, we didn't play with the environment. Okay, so, but I think the next time I play with Adam, we'll start playing with the environment. But we've been playing Expert 2, and we've I think we were on a winning streak of 3 games. So I know the way Steve talks about it is he just thinks it's not fun, and it's almost I don't know. I think it's I feel why I'm talking about this for so long is because it's not such an easy answer to say, go play Standard 2, go play Expert 2, go... Like, it really boils down to, you know, what type of game are you playing? Are you playing a skirmish game? Okay. Are you playing, like, Venom Goblin? Maybe Standard 2 with the environment. Well, actually, Venom Goblin has steady, but maybe Standard 2 is good enough. With the glider attachment with Venom Goblin. See, Venom Goblin, I think, is at expert hard enough. Like there's some villains in the game you don't need to go to expert 2. And Standard 2 makes them a little more punchy, right? A little more explosive, and you can't do the same kind of things. Yeah, and see, my hope is, okay, this is my hope. I hope I can connect with some people that play it live physically that also want to challenge themselves. Like, it's not like I'm going to play every single game on Expert 2, but when I do play multiplayer, like I do enjoy kind of bumping up to Standard 2 or Expert 2, because I feel like it's a lot more exciting, it's a lot more crazy. I don't know, I feel like when I watch Beat the Portal play, they're playing Marvel Champions, but I just feel like the villain just does not seem to... it just seems like there's such a big change in the way the villain and the counter deck works when you bump those difficulties up. Like, it just, to me, it just makes the game a little more exciting. And okay, and here's my defense. When I first got into the game and started playing it, Standard 1, Expert 1 was like, that's all, like, to me, that was like super hard and interesting and very exciting to play. But it's like once you play with that for a long period of time, you kind of like, you get very, you kind of know exactly what the villain can do, like just based on what's in the deck, right? So, most of the games I play, like as I got more cards in this game and as my heroes got stronger because I got more cards and as I understood how the counter deck plays and how each villain plays, I began to notice that as long as I follow the golden rule, which is control, setup, and then assess the easier encounter deck, I just slowly just win, right? Unless I play very gambly and take chances, I could lose, right? But I tell you, like the game I played with Steve, where we tried to do Venom on Expert 2. Even though we lost, it was a very fun game. And thing is, here's the thing, and I even said to him, if we would have did this on Standard 1, Expert 1, there was no doubt we would win the game against Venom, like 100%. Okay, I can't say 100%, but pretty sure 99% we would have easily beat Venom. But because of just how dynamic and by adding those difficulties, it changed it, right? Because and it made him think about, you know, gee, I need to start adding different cards in order to survive this scenario. Because his thing was all about combo. But what and I pointed out early in my stream is you sort of have to bring stuff in your deck to counter some of the threat that you are going to deal with. And I think the way he built Quicksilver was mainly like playing Standard 1, Expert 1. And which is fine. That's the way he built Quicksilver was exactly for that type of setting. And like I said, we played it, we would have steamrolled Venom probably. But then, you know, we talked about putting in the 3 cost event protection card that gives tough to 3 allies. So, we started talking about more about target acquires and stuff like that. And that's, like I said, that's the thing that I feel like breathes new life into this game. Because the only thing that's going to breathe new life, like for people like me that's played this, and I don't understand how Brant is not bored, because I think he said he played like 300 games. I don't know. He said like a really high number, and I'm thinking to myself, and you're not bored just kind of playing like. The game, there's so many heroes, right? So yes, there's other ways that you don't get bored. You play different heroes, you build your deck differently, but I think at its core, the main thing that is also going to bring you back and not be bored is the difficulty, right? But it's like that thin line. The reason like PvP games, like PvP card games, tend to survive a long time is because player versus player, the difficulty is based on the player, and that can jump back and forth, and so that's why those type of games always seem to go the distance, because that never gets old. But the way living card games work is they release more cards, they release different scenarios to keep you interested. But one thing that they have to do, to a certain degree, they have to make it difficult enough to keep people interested. And it's tricky, though, because this is like solitaire. So and that's where the big debates with Surge comes into that. But I think Marvel Champions has come a long way. Like, I mean, I think it's gotten really interesting. I just think like there's a missed opportunity right now with the players that are doing like the multiplayer right now, of not trying to maybe increase the difficulty a little bit. But that's pretty much all I can say. I've been kind of rambling a lot. So now I'm gonna get all this probably hate comments, or Steve and Brant and Brian probably won't want to talk to me now. But in their defense, I would say their stream is probably like, I like them better than Team Covenant. I'm not a big Team Covenant fan. Not that I feel like they're a little bit slow paced when they play Marvel Champions, and I think they're more casual, and I'm not a casual type person. Like, I'm really into this game, so like, where I think with the Portal people, they're a little bit more knowledgeable what they're doing and explaining things. Like, the Covenant people are kind of like, oh, not sure if this works, or which is understandable because they're more casual. I'm not, and then there's a few solo content people out there. And I think some of the solo content out there I think is pretty good, but they're all doing the same thing. They're all kind of, I mean, some of them do slightly different twists on like, scenarios and stuff, but I feel like they all kind of copy all each other. And what I'm trying to do on my channel is to try a different approach. But like, I do tabletop simulator and physical, and the physical, it's almost purely solo for me right now, unless I can find other people to play with. But that's where I get into the problem of like, to do Expert 2, you sort of have to jump that into multiplayer, which I either do it on tabletop simulator or find someone crazy like me to hop into multiplayer. But I'm looking, the X-Men expansion looks really interesting. They're adding lots of different mechanisms and things, and I think that's going to keep people more entertained and more interested than, you know, me talking about difficulty. And yeah, what I'm trying to think is, like, this whole discussion is all about difficulty right now. And what I try to, over the last 20 minutes talking about this, is there's ways to increase difficulty, right? If I go over my key points here, is modular sets. There's playing with this environment, but again, I think the environment should be played probably in multiplayer. Going to standard 2, I think is doable in solo, but it's going to make it a lot more harder. I think expert 2 it's got to be multiplayer. I mean, to be fair, I think. And then there's campaign difficulty, which is like it's a different difficulty in itself. So that's pretty much what I'm kind of talking about here. And then I'm kind of talking about the content I see on YouTube, and that, you know, nobody's really. I mean, okay, the Portal people tried. I don't know. I haven't seen their video, but they tried Thanos. So I guess they did try it 1 time or 5 times. But our card pool is expanding, so yeah. Because I don't want to get burnt out at this game. And the only way I'm going to get burnt out at this game is if Fantasy Flight stops releasing, or I get bored of it's just not hard enough. And the thing is, I don't want to make it artificially hard like Heroic. I don't want to make it way too hard where I have like a 1% chance of winning. I just want to find that perfect balance of like fair hard, but like extremely hard, you know, which I think I am understanding now from playing a lot. And again, it's a hard topic because choosing your hero can also affect how hard the game can be, right? But I also think that deck building can alleviate some of the weaker heroes in the game if you deck build good. So we'll see. But yeah, I'm pretty much done for physical tonight. We gave it a shot. I mean, I what I learned from this playthrough was, you know, I'm setting the bar extremely high for Star-Lord, and in a scenario that he's not very great in, to be honest, and then slamming on environment and expert 2 is like, yeah, it's kind of like walking out, like there's a whole army in front of you, and you're outnumbered like 100-1. That's basically what it felt like. Which, I mean, it's, you know, the thing is, you know, I haven't played someone really tough on Expert 2, so this was a good learning experience for me to get kind of a feel. But so we beaten Ultron Expert 2 solo with Captain, but I explained the reasons why I was able to beat him in solo. Okay, the real question is, can we do Expert 2 Ultron in multiplayer, and without having to play Captain America, right? I mean, we already know Captain America can beat Ultron. I've done it already, but it's, you know, playing maybe a hero that doesn't have retaliate. Well, no, actually, Captain America has everything basically. So I think any other hero would be fine. 100-1 sounds about right. Yeah, going back to Team Covenant, they're the ones that I found out about this game, actually. So, like, I think, again, I've just kind of matured. Like, I've gotten more into Marvel Champions, so I'm not as entertained. Like, I felt, too, like, in the beginning stages, Team Covenant was, like, very into Marvel Champions. From their early streams back in the days, I felt like they were really into the game. But I don't feel like at this, like, at least when I've seen them recently, I don't feel like they're as, like, super excited in Marvel Champions. So I think that's like another reason why I'm not like totally. I'm kind of like done with them as far as watching stuff that they do for Marvel Champions. Yeah, I get that impression. I get that impression that Zach is like more, like I think he likes the game a lot more than Steven, I guess. Yeah, I definitely get that feeling, and I get the feeling that he's more kind of like, he likes looking into like how things work and stuff and coming up with things. Wow, so we talked a lot. This was a Descry talkathon here. So last word is supposedly on Wednesday. I think it's Wednesday. Well, I know it's coming up. We're gonna do a four-player on Expert 2 with all web warrior heroes. So Descry's been, whining, and I mean, we planned this. It's gonna be with Maurice, D20, and Living Card Game. So, I just hope things go smoothly. I mean, I'm gonna be the protection person, so I'm gonna be running Spider-Man Noir, 3 Tingles. So I feel confident that I can at least kind of protect my teammates from the really bad stuff. It's gonna be physical, which will be a little more exciting. Right? I like physical. Like personally. The only reason why I play Tabletop Simulator is to play with some people that can't play physical, or I want to test things real quick. But I prefer the physical. Like I like feeling the cards and doing stuff. But this was a good talk. I'm glad I got to kind of air out my thoughts about the difficulties and all that. So again, it all boils down to, everyone's playing Champion for different reasons, right? And I said it in my guide, play what is fun to you. But like, for me, I play either video games or card games or whatever. Usually it's like, I like the competition. I like, to challenge myself. So, that's the sort of player I am, and that's why I'm like very focused on and like I said, I'm really trying to figure out that sweet spot, like playing solo. How do I get the difficulty I want that will make it entertaining for everybody, yet give me a reasonable chance, and then likewise multiplayer. But I truly believe, and I know people might disagree with me, but I think Expert 2 in 2 to 3 players, I think is doable. Especially if people are working together in their aspects to, do healing, do defending, do canceling treacheries, to look into the counter deck. There's a lot of strategies there, and the more players you have, the more you can do these things. But if you're not working together, you're not kind of honed in on those things. Say, I'm just going to play a combo deck, guys. I don't know. I don't really have anything to really help you, but I want to do crazy damage. Yeah, that could kind of backfire. But you could let's say you could have a combo person in a 3-player game, because the 2 other players could be controlling this or doing that, and then you are going to be the one-turn killer, right? So that's totally, I think, a good strategy. But there's lots of different ways to go about it. So I'm going to end it here. I don't think people are tired of me talking. So, all right. So, subscribe. I think what I'm going to do, guys, I'm going to probably try to beat this in Tabletop Simulator with 2 heroes. One of them is not gonna be Captain America, and I like to try to beat it with Star-Lord and another hero, just to prove that it can work. And then coming back to physical, we'll probably do a new hero. It's going to be on Standard 2 with no environment. And then we'll pick a villain and match him up with like a pretty good modular. So I haven't really decided who that villain's going to be, but that's sort of my game plan going forward. And then we've got, I believe, the 4-player Expert 2 Web Warrior stream happening soon. So I think it's on Wednesday. I could be wrong. I have to check the date. I'm a little bit disorganized. And then I'm also trying to get maybe possibly a game in with one of the Portal people. I maybe in the future with Brant. And then I told him I was going to play Valkyrie because he was having some frustration there. So I wanted to maybe play with him. And yeah, so that's it. So thanks guys for watching. Have a good night.